And Syria could get another chance at a diplomatic escape route from its continuing political crisis as it hosts a Russian delegation. Well, that's in light of a widely documented standoff at the UN Security Council and swelling violence in Syria. RT's Igor Piskunov is in the capital, Damascus, for us and now joins us live on the line. Igor, the talks between the Russian foreign minister and President Assad have started. We know they're behind closed doors, but what can you tell us about possibly they're discussing or anything you might have heard about precise dialogue?
Well, hello, Anissa, and yes, correct. The meeting started roughly around an hour ago. It is currently being held behind closed doors. Just we were able to hear the first few minutes of the conversation between the Russian foreign minister and the Syrian president. I can tell you that the atmosphere is quite calm and rather friendly even. The foreign minister said that Russia stands for peace and an end of the violence here in Syria and for peace among the Syrian people. Now, the foreign minister is accompanied by the head of the Russian Foreign Intelligence Service, and they're here to deliver a message from President Dmitry Medvedev to President Assad. Now, the contents of this message are still unclear. They're still yet to be announced. This is specifically aimed for President Assad. We do know that the aim of this message is to try to find ways out of the current crisis here in Syria. Of course, there is speculation into what exactly may this message contain. For example, there's speculation coming out of Washington that the United States hopes Russia may ask President Assad to step down. But we did hear comments from the Russian foreign ministry previously on similar matters, and it basically said that changing foreign governments is not the job of the foreign ministry. Its job is to work with foreign governments. Now, just to tell you a little bit about how the Russian delegation was greeted here in Syria, right after the foreign minister's plane landed in Syria and as his convoy was heading towards Damascus, it was greeted by several thousand people with Russian flags, with Syrian flags, and with Chinese flags. And the people were chanting, "Thank you, Russia," and "Thank you, China." There were so many of them that at some point the convoy even had to stop altogether. Now, all of this is in light of the recent vote at the UN Security Council on the UN draft resolution on Syria put forward by Morocco and supported by the West, but it was vetoed by Russia and China on Saturday due to its one-sided approach, since Russia stands for both sides to put their weapons down, and basically Moscow has been saying the entire time that this conflict is the responsibility of both sides, both the government and the opposition, which does have armed elements among its roles. Now, the foreign minister has been saying that Russia...
I just want to make sure we get a chance to... I'm sorry to interrupt you, and I know there's a delay, but I just want to make sure we get to talk to you about what you might have seen on your way from the airport in terms of the situation on the ground.
Well, if you mean in terms of any violence, I haven't seen any of that. In fact, it was quite a festive atmosphere. It really was. These thousands of people were standing there and chanting. They looked really thankful and satisfied by the fact that this resolution was blocked, basically, by Russia and China. Didn't really see any military equipment, any of that, just ordinary security, which was just standing police along the route of the foreign minister just to provide, security, because there really was scores of people there along the route. But everything else seemed to be quite normal. Of course, there are reports about the situation in Homs currently, but I can't really confirm that. There's speculation about more violence there and more, even dozens of deaths and reported shelling by the government. But this is speculation at the moment. Unfortunately, I can't really confirm that.
Well, we certainly can see the pictures we're getting in these latest pictures from Damascus that thousands of people have, in fact, filled the streets to meet the Russian delegation. Igor Piskunov live with us on the line from the Syrian capital. We will be joining you throughout the day. Thanks for that update.